Alrighty, folks, we have just talked about how to market your brand new rental as a brand new landlord doing some self-management. We talked about how Dion, the lazy landlord, does it again by all these different applications. He's been very happy with him, Lane, Dana. He's told me privately. But now let's talk about maintenance requests because stuff does break.
Yes.
Sometimes it's truly broken, and sometimes you don't understand actually what's going on. So you actually have a lot inside the repair request to guide the tenant to maybe fix it themselves. You have audit trail, which is a big deal with maintenance, communication, pricing. There's so much there. Why don't you guide us through it, and we'll watch you watch you
Great.
show us.
Great. And there's multiple different packages for maintenance. And so if you go down to maintenance and repair here, and you'll see your open requests and all of that here. So you'll be able to see that in here. But if I go into maintenance and repair right here, these are all my open requests. So these are requests that have been open, and I can see latest updates, any updates that are there, and what's going on, like how old is this? Like these are very old requests. They should have been closed type thing. The instructions is super important because I do believe that setting yourself up for success is incredibly important. And so we'll walk you through here. These are ones that are on the complete package, which means we'll do the full coordination. But you can also have other packages where you're less involved or you're more involved in the repair coordination. So when I go in here, you can set like, what are your thresholds where you'd want a service professional, like a plumber or a handyman to give you a call for approval on things. And then you have dispatch preferences like, hey, do you want us to send this person out before a third-party network? So all of that is listed in here if you want us to do the coordination. And then we can even pay the bills on your behalf. You would just give us the bank account that you want on file. You can also do a credit card, but the credit card is a 3% fee. I think it will say that. I don't know if I have one in here. Yeah, 3% billing fee. So that's why I always recommend a bank account because that's free. And then you'd have this access points, breaker box, all that kind of stuff to make sure that when your tenant calls or needs anything, they have this information there. And then you could put your tenant responsibilities and all other notes. Here you can add your service professionals. So this is super important to go through and build up your local team. For handiwork, for plumbing, the worst thing is a Saturday morning call and you're trying to find someone and you're not sure if you got a good price. Do the diligence, ask 5 of the top electricians in the area how much they charge on average. Do they do calls on weekends? And then you can add all of that in here. So I can go ahead and add pricing details, credentials, all of that, and build it up and put multiple properties if they're all in the same area. So now back to the requests, some features we recently added. One here is a search. So let's just say I search Zuber. Now I have all of Zuber Road properties right here. And so I can go through and now much more easily search for properties. And the other thing we added here was who it's assigned to, which service professional, which electrician, which plumber. And before you'd have to go into the requests to look at them. Now what you can do is just say, Paul, that's who it's assigned to, click on it and go. And so this is a great feature to just make it a lot easier to manage. If I go into one of the requests like this one, sync not training, you'll get notifications from tenants about the status of things, etc. So if they put an update in here, then you would get a notification via email and text. If you're using our repair coordination, you'll just get a summary at the end of the day. But I could write to the tenant like, hi, Michael, the service professional is going to give you a call to schedule this. And I can add that in here and just add update, and they'll get a text message and an email. I could also click hide from tenants and be like, price of pro seems too high, searching for a new one or something like that. So you can add that all in here. We ask the tenants to upload photos if they're putting the request in. It's really important for you to have that because more information helps you understand how big is this. And then scheduling contact. If there is a tenant in the property, by default, we would put the tenant as scheduling contact. And then all of your job requests of who you're sending it out to is right here. So these are the work orders associated with it. So that's a quick overview of our repair requests. What questions do you have?
Well, again, I think it's really interesting because again, you provide different levels of service, and if you really wanted to do it all yourself, you could kind of templatize this, add your people, but you also have a level of service where you will take ownership of kind of all or at least most of this. So why don't you talk about the different levels? I think people need to understand what's out there.
Yeah, under properties here, you can just go ahead and click on any property and look at the packages.
Mhm.
So these are the three packages, and you're on this package right now, the complete one it says, but you can downgrade or upgrade at any time.
Mm.
And why that is so important is because every property is different and every time is different. And so you might,
Well, every landlord is different because
and
some
every
of us,
landlord is different. Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
we have landlords who say, great, I've got a property down the street. I'm just going to put on the basic package because I actually know all of the handymen in the area and I can do some of that work myself. There's that. Then we have folks who are here under the complete package who say, actually, I literally cannot do my
Hmm.
requests because I'm using a self-directed IRA to do it. And so like, I literally need a third party to coordinate and third party professionals out. I'm going to use the complete package. So you
Mhm.
can go between these packages and you can have different properties on different packages. So we allow you to have that flexibility. If you were to downgrade at any time, it would just give you credit back into your account for like this month for
Hmm.
whatever the complete package is and apply it to future invoices. So you can always do that upgrade, downgrade. And we found that for customers, a lot of times they start on the basic package, software only, get to
Mhm.
know the system, and then they say, you know what, I'm trying to grow my portfolio. Realistically, I can't be sitting there on Saturdays
Yeah,
responding to tenants. And then they
exactly.
upgrade and continue to upgrade from there.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, there's one thing my audience knows that it looks like we might be moving to Vegas here recently or soon. And if I do that, one of the things that I probably will step on is get a rental here in Vegas. And I'm going to be selecting the complete package because I'm lazy and don't like working with people. But I think it's only fair that if I come to a new location, I start doing this again
Yeah.
and we'll build from scratch. So it should be fun.
Great. Well, thanks so much for having me. And if you guys want to check out what those packages are, you can also go to pricing here and just kind of see how it works and what features we offer. There's both software as well as the services. And if you want the repair coordination service, you can just click this and learn a little bit more about what we do.
Yeah. And I think the really important thing for folks is a lot of people at one rental at a time are doing the work, the buy box, all of that that we talk about. They don't have a unit yet. Please go get the 14-day trial and beat it up, right? Be a tenant, be a landlord, market, do repair requests, really get the feel of being a landlord. She's giving you access to a platform that could give you some skin in the game. So go get it, commit 8, 10 hours over a 2 week period and just see what it's about. Dana, where can they get that?
You can go to www.hemlane.com and just mention Michael Zuber because you get, or one rental at a time, because you get 20% off your first year.
Awesome, Dana. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.